So we have server-side template injection due to the unsafe construction of a template, ERB template. To solve the lab, review the ERB documentation to find out how to execute arbitrary code, then delete morale.txt from Carlos home. Let's search for this ERB template. Okay, it's in Ruby. Okay, now to be honest, I'm not an expert of Ruby, but anyhow, I guess I solved it in some way or the other in the past, so let's see. It's a template language based on Ruby, blah blah blah. Let's get an idea. Okay, so they have something to evaluate expressions, so this will just reflect this content in the page. Let's try to understand where they can use this template, because we don't have an account. So let's find a place where we can write. Maybe there is a comment functionality. I would like to see the details of this object. No. This product is out of stock, and I see the same string in there. Okay, so they reflect a content that I write here in this part. Now you know, usually at this point I will try for cross-site scripting, but we know that it's not the goal of this. Maybe they also have cross-site scripting, but if they have server-side template injection, it's much more. So what we know is also that they run this, what was the name? ERB template. So I don't know why we don't try to inject an expression that will return a number, and then if we see this number, it means that they just interpret it without any signification. I need something that will do the URL encoding, so I'm going to here. I want this one. Let's try with this. Okay, so let's help ourselves again, and let me copy this. Ruby run shell command. Yeah, was a good suggestion. How to call shell commands from Ruby. So we can use backticks. Let's try to replace this 1 + 1 with backticks, and then we do here echo foo. No, echo bar. Let's do something like this. I don't know if they give this. Yeah, you see. So the backticks run something from the terminal, let's say, from the shell. This is the output of this command is returned by the backticks, and then since we are using an expression, we are also reflecting the content on the page. The only thing we are really interested in is to remove morale.txt. And then this will give us, congratulations, you solved the lab. The lab uses OAuth to allow users to log in with their social media account. Now obviously the problem is if they already associated the token to our user, maybe we want to ask for a new token. But let's try first. So what was the email of the guy? This. Let's modify the JavaScript, okay? The alternative, I guess, is that we set a breakpoint. I want to go to my account and see that I am Carlos, okay? Because otherwise it's pointless, okay? That we solved the lab, but we don't really have access to Carlos is not what we want. So let's do a few steps. Also, you see why I like a lot of WASP-Zap to explore a bit, but then it cannot compare with a script in my opinion. You have to do all these clicks all the time. It's time consuming. Okay, let's modify this. So email, I ignore completely the JSON and I want to put the one carlosmontoya.net, and the username it's Carlos. I guess we can continue at this point. Now if I go to my account, okay, we are Carlos. This functionality to obtain access to other users' accounts. To solve the lab, use cross-site request forgery attack to attach your own social media profile to the admin user's account. Then access the admin panel and delete Carlos. The admin user will open anything you send from the Exploit server, and they always have an active session on the blog. So there is no state, which means very likely we can use cross-site request forgery. So we can craft a request, then we are going to send to another user. This other user will be the admin, and the challenge was saying the admin will click everything. Great. So if you can attach the social account to several users, and they likely select the first one, and maybe the first one is the administrator. So why it was not working for me? Because as usual I forgot to add the credentials. Okay, so I made a fetch but this was not including the credentials, and then was associating the account to no one. When I tried with the image that Davide was suggesting, was too late because the code was already consumed. So the second time was not working because of this other reason. So if we were going with the image as a first attempt, it had worked. If you repeat all the process, take the code and then use fetch with the credentials, this will work again.